Americans, 80 and hundreds of years ago, our four-flushers brought forth...
No, forefathers. It's forefathers. Come on now, you know the word.
Hundreds of years ago, men and women band themselves together in Europe in an organization to flee from the old European feudal system. And these men and women, they band themselves together and they call themselves the Pilgrims. They gathered their families and their children and they started across the long journey across the vast Atlantic Channel Ocean. And these travel-weary pilgrims, they traveled in the three small pilgrim ships. In the three small pilgrim ships, the Sin Flan and the Pan Maria.
No, they only came on one ship. Just one, the Mayflower.
That's right. They came on the Mayflower and the Pan Maria. These travel-weary pilgrims, they came across a vast Atlantic Channel Ocean to a new world which was little known about.
Paul, you didn't mention where they landed. The Pilgrims landed in a very famous spot.
The Pilgrims landed in a very famous spot. San Diego.
No, Plymouth Rock. They landed all three ships at Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts.
That's right. These travel-weary pilgrims, they parked their boats at Plymouth Rock. Oh, what great relief came upon the pilgrims as they approached the New World and Plymouth Rock. Big slimy rock. And these pilgrims, they got off on this rock and whoop, right on their buckles. They fell right on their buckles.
Those pilgrims did wear quite a few buckles.
That's right, and these travel-weary pilgrims, they got off this boat and they were in this wilderness, and through cursing and hacking away, they cleared for farms and churches in their community.
Now that's not true, and you know you shouldn't say things like that.
Yeah, but they did.
These pilgrims were Puritans, and Puritans are religious people, and they don't go around cursing and hacking. Maybe they were hacking out the wilderness, but they certainly didn't curse. Religious people don't curse.
Bet you some of them did. Bet you they didn't go around saying, "Oh, here come those sweet Indians again."
Look, Paul, now that we know that you know all about the Pilgrims, what do you know about legendary heroes in our society? Heroes like Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, oh yes. Paul Bunyan was a giant of a man, and he had a big blue puma. He had this big blue puma flying around. Nobody better mess with Paul Bunyan. He'd say, "Sick 'em, you big blue puma." This puma.
Paul Bunyan didn't have a puma.
He had a puma.
He did not have a puma.
Paul Bunyan, the giant of a woodsman, had a big blue puma. Nobody better mess with Paul Bunyan.
Since when do pumas have horns coming out of either side of their heads?
What was a horny puma? He had this horny puma.
For your information, that horny puma just so happened to be an ox. A big blue ox.
Gee, that changes everything.
Look, enough of Paul Bunyan.
I thought it was a puma.
Let's get on to real people. People who actually live. What do you know about Billy the Kid?
Billy the Kid and Billy Goat Gruff. Clip clop, clip clop. Who goes on my bridge? Say, big Billy Goat Gruff. Better get off my bridge, Clash the Yogurt. Better watch out, I'm Billy Goat Gruff. Yeah, this Billy Goat Gruff.
Now there you go again. When we talk about Billy the Kid, we don't mean goats. We're talking about Billy the Kid, a baby-faced outlaw of the Old West. As a matter of fact, he looked quite like you, Paul.
Baby-faced gunfighter looked a lot like you, Paul. Baby-faced gunfighter.
So far you've had all to say. Now it's my turn. I'm going to recite my poem, okay?
You can. My brother is a great poetess. That you can recite your poem.
I'd like to recite for you now a very beautiful poem from the Broadway play Paint Your Wagon. The poem is entitled, "I Talk to the Trees." I talk to the trees, but they never listen to me. I talk to the stars, but they never hear me.
Could I just say something?
What are you doing?
This poem. I'm
supposed to be reciting my poem.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't bugged you, did I?
Yeah, well, that's...
I didn't bug you, did I?
Yeah, but I...
No, I want to recite my poem, and I'd appreciate a little cooperation.
Yeah, well... Look, I know not of what you spake.
What's the matter with you?
You're reciting this poem? I know nothing about this
poem
poem.
is a love poem, Paul. You see, this young man is in love with a young lady, and he's afraid to tell her how he feels about her. His emotions are so strong, and yet he's so shy that he has to go out into the forest and talk to the stars and to the breeze and to the trees.
Sounds like some kind of a nut. Goes around talking to the trees. Oh, hi there, tree. I got this girl and I like her. I'm going to tell you about her, tree. Been talking to the stars, too. Boy, guy like that go around and talk to fire hydrants. Oh, hi there, fire hydrant. Just been talking to the trees. Have a lot in common, you know. Boy, you sure recite about dingy people. Hi there, stage. Used to be a tree once, you know. Remember when I used to...
All right, shut up. Just shut up for a minute, will you, please?
Yep.
You have no feeling, no depth whatsoever.
Yeah,
You're nothing but a shallow, stupid person with no perception of anything that's beautiful or wonderful.
Yeah, well, you never...
And if you don't want me to recite my poems, then I won't recite
Yeah,
them.
you never...
Just go do what you want to do. See if I care.
Curb your tongue, knave.
If this is the way you feel about beautiful things like
yeah,
this,
but I
Paul,
just
then
want to...
go ahead and do your stuff. See what I do to you.
Yeah,
I can embarrass you too,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but I just...
Being brothers and all, I know what you did when you were growing up. I know what you did when you were a boy.
All the boys did it. Didn't stop my growth either.
You're the real funny man, aren't you?
Yeah, well...
You're very funny, aren't you?
Yeah,
well, you're not funny. You're a fool, a buffoon, a clown. That's all you are.
Yeah.
And not only are you embarrassing to yourself, but you're embarrassing to me, too.
Yeah, you... Really cut me to the quick, didn't you? Now I have to walk all through life with a cut quick.
Let's get on to our song.
Gonna do our song.
Before, we were talking about the Pilgrims and Paul Bunyan, but we forgot to mention the greatest heroes of American society, the men who braved life and limb and fortune to make this country the great one that it is today.
That's right.
To expand it to its western coasts. We're talking about the Pioneers. And we're now going to sing for you the favorite song of the Pioneers, the very stirring, very beautiful, very moving Wagon Wheels.
Play Magic Fingers. Wow!